my name is Mackenzie Lyons. I am a counselor here at ChristianWorks, and I'm also the program coordinator for GriefWorks in Fort Worth. I am going to talk to you today about meals and their importance in our programming and invite you to step in and volunteer with us in this way. When a family experiences a loss, like a death in the family or a divorce, we know what happens next is called secondary losses. So let's say someone dies and now the primary financial provider is no longer in the family presently. And so we're looking at running the risk of losing our home, not being able to pay the bills that we used to be able to pay more comfortably. Maybe we're having to change schools. Our community is changing. These are additional losses happening to a family that causes extra stress and extra grief. And so meals are a way that we want to step in and meet that need of the secondary loss in any way we can. So when our families come to our events or to our GriefWorks or KidWorks sessions, we provide a free meal before every session, and volunteers are needed in that space. The meal is a way, no pun intended, that we get to take something off of the parent's plate and provide, but also meet that need of, this is not something that you have to pay for tonight. We will feed your family and invite you to this table to share a meal with us. It reminds me of a time I was leading a GriefWorks session one evening, and a young boy was there, and he came in and we were having pizza for the night. And he initially started to complain about, I don't like pizza, I didn't really want pizza tonight. And I just listened to him and said, I'm sorry to hear that. We're having pizza tonight though. Maybe you can find something else to eat, like a salad or some bread we had on the side. And he said, well, my mom said, even though I don't like pizza, I have to eat it here tonight because she can't afford dinner and she can't afford to pay for dinner tonight, so I have to eat what you're giving me. And he didn't know how much that story impacted me and how much it defines our mission, but it does. It was a great representation of why we do this. This is a hard moment, but she is in that space, and so we want to make that transition as easy as possible for her and be able to give the pizza, as little as that sounds. She was able to take a breath that night and not have to worry about putting a meal on the table. And so it's incredibly important, and it's a way that I want to invite you to step in with us and work alongside us and share a meal with our families, get to know their stories, and provide for them in this way.